Welcome to another ADM Agriculture Limited fertiliser video. Today we are looking at the negative implications of a so-called PK holiday. Insufficient attention to crops' base fertiliser needs can leave growers with unexpectedly poor yields. P&K reserves, especially on lighter soils for potash and heavier soils for phosphate, can soon be depleted by high-yielding crops, and yields can only rise to the potential of the most limiting factor. Farming faces the challenge of sustainable intensification. This requires the farming industry to optimize output to feed a growing world while safeguarding the environment in which it operates. Such optimization can only be achieved by ensuring crops and grassland have an adequate balance of all nutrients. It's clear that the trend in phosphorus and potash use in relation to the maintained nitrogen application rate is not sustainable. According to recent PAAG reports, that's the Professional Agricultural Analysis Group, reports on soil samples show for both arable and grassland, around only 30% of samples received are at a target P and K index of 2. That leaves approximately 70% either too high or too low, and that's just of soils that have been sampled. Many growers, in the face of recent fertiliser price hikes, may think about taking what they perceive as input holidays, but what they will really be doing is selling off some of their basic resources. That's because crops not getting adequate annual dressings of potash and phosphate must draw on soil reserves, so lowering fertility and eventually jeopardising output. For example, daily wheat demand for potash in May can be 3 times that of its demand for nitrogen, and soils with low K indices simply cannot provide enough. Growers hoping to avoid the inevitable penalties arising from low soil P and K indices should regard restoring levels as a capital expense. It's unfair to expect the crop to bear that cost. They then face the repercussions of correction should they choose a PK holiday. Trying to save money by drip feeding only a little more P and K than the crop requires each year on low index soils can be a false economy. The longer the soil is deficient, the greater the potential cumulative cost of any annual loss of yield and quality. The amount recommended in the RB 209 could take approximately 11 years to raise the P index and 16 years to raise the K index from 0 to targets. These could be raised faster, but this would mean choosing the right products for the soil qualities and timing the application to get the most out of the increased rates that they would have to apply. Challenges such as nutrient leaching would have to be taken into consideration, and doing things more quickly can mean a large investment in the short term. If you would like any further information on alternative options for P and K replacement, please take a look at our previous video on Fiberphos and P-Grow linked below. You can also speak to your ADM farm trader or contact us using the detail at the end of this video. Thank you.